everybody on.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. Everybody at Darth the Ends just said, and so it begins. Right, let's see who's in the right place. Mr. Pickles, you are, and Tex, you are.
Gain one luck point each.
Yeah, take one
Yay.
dice, one inspiration die. Is that how you give out inspiration in D&D?
You can give it out however you want.
Yeah.
It's up
GM's
to the
choice.
DM.
But you can only have inspiration once, so
Yeah, you can't like hold on to it.
I'm still trying to persuade my players that when I've given them inspiration, they should really use it so they can earn it again. But they don't seem to have got that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you've got it, you need to. Oh, Medivac's yawning at the beginning. This really worries me.
I had a power nap. This should be okay.
We should be okay then. You got 3 hero points left, so you're absolutely fine. Well, good. You're going to start me yawning, Medivac, in a minute.
Sorry.
Just I see somebody else yawning. That is it. I need to have a yawn as well. I'm going to try
this
to.
Could be trouble then. I'm on about 2 hours sleep at the moment.
Oh,
so.
no. Oh. Well, I've had more than that, but it is the end of the day, and I normally go to bed at 8 o'clock. So just to warn you, I have had my meds as well. Big Beastie, Medivac. Do you remember Big Beastie?
Yeah, Big Beastie. Hi, Big Beastie.
Says, wow, Medivac looks good.
Why, thank you.
And then he said, okay, never mind. Love you, Medivac. I don't know what. He might have confused you with somebody else.
Yeah.
On the stream. Right. I'm just going to make sure we remove the link from there. Are hero points lost at the end of the month? Yes. Hero points are at the end of the month. They are refreshed at the end of the month. So the party tends to use them all tonight because it would be pointless not using them tonight, which is really good because we appear to be in a very large cave with no exit at the moment. Oh, Big Beastie says you were in the wrong spot. So I think he mistook you for Captain Kangaroo or something like that.
Right. Those hair growth pills really work.
They do the job, don't they?
They do.
Yes, so you got 3 hero points, so you might well use them as much as you want. This is actually part 9 of the Rise of the
5-part adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, well, last week, I don't know if you remember last week, it took you nearly the whole session to get through a room. I don't know if you remember that.
That's
The tentacle room, though.
Really
We were-
calculated about the vines.
Yeah.
We were questioning the vines and how crazy they were.
There was a lot of discussion, shall we say? A lot of discussion.
Yeah.
Planning.
Yeah, planning. So, yeah, it is part 9, and hopefully the last part of this adventure. But we've got the next. I've got the next adventure started.
We've just lost Pickles.
I'm still here. My camera's just having it's possessed.
It's possessed.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm doing an extra.
Caroline. Hello, Caroline. They're here.
Oh, it's back. It's back, but of course now everybody's in the wrong position. So
Pickles.
Oh, Pickles.
I did it.
So while I move everybody around and back to the rightful spot, I'm going to allow the players an opportunity to say who they are and who they will be playing for the last time tonight. And we will move straight on to the healer of the group, Mr. Pickles.
Yes, I'm Mr. Pickles, the guy who ruins things sometimes. And the character that I will be dying as tonight is Barley Fumus, our team's theist. He's our healer, and he can well, he's gaining a lot more things he can heal every step of the way. So if he dies tonight, he'll have a pretty full library of things he can fix. Mostly for this group, he just puts body parts back on them. If they get little cuts or if they get injected with any drugs, he's the one to step in and help them out. And as such, he's also not really a physical character. He can heal things, but he can't really cause wounds, and he has done negative damage before. Other than that, Bartleby knows a lot of stuff about history, monsters, poisons, local areas to one specific city. That's Bartleby. He's helpful. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to the one who should be protecting Bartleby, Ezra.
Well, thank you. I'm Medivak and I play Hazra Khan. He is the protector of Bartleby. That's his only job in the group. So, yes, he, unlike Mr. Pickles, he knows a lot about the wilderness and how to survive there, what to do. He's a tracker, forager. He's a member of the Brotherhood, which is a mystical group of people who keep track of all the biomes of the world and make sure that a balance is maintained. He's recently gone up a level in that and has something he needs to use at some point.
Oh,
Let's see if it
yes.
works.
Yes.
He's very good with a short spear, scimitar, and they're his two favorite weapons. And he also wears pajamas. And with that, I shall pass on to Captain Kangaroo.
Cool. I'm Captain Kangaroo. If someone's healing, the other one's protecting, I'm just causing trouble. I'm just there to really make things a little more interesting, so that way the party at least can be on the tip of their foot, tip of their toes. I play Cyrus Alias. He is the sorcerer of the group. He's there to blow things up and then ask names after all the bodies are, crisp. But hopefully he doesn't perish with the rest of us in this long, terrible boss battle that we've all put ourselves into. Hopefully some epic music in Will's in the background.
Music, yeah.
No, you need some big drums or boom, 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 boom. Make sure we all know that this is an epic boss battle that we're all going to suffer.
That's the music he should play when he flies away as a bird.
Hang on.
That's
Yeah. Fight
it's
start.
to the new group. Fly away with the bird and find a new group. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I'm going to pass the microphone to our good pal Tiggity Tex.
I'm Diggity Tex. I play Tarek, who is the spirit whisperer. If theists are all about deities, Tarek is a shaman all about spirits. Having some fun. And he kind of likes to go into a trance quite often to see what others cannot see and see what spirits and things are about. Last session we got to meet his master.
Oh yes, we did.
Was uncomfortable around all of his new mortal friends, and left in a hurry. But he warned us about this cave, which is very interesting. And I think, though, we've seen every one of his manifestable spirits.
Have we?
I think, yeah, but he hasn't used any of the spirit versus, or like, I don't know that, I know there's still a couple that he hasn't used, but we've used all the ones that people can see.
Yeah, got ya.
And with that, we'll move over to Fishy.
Hey there, I'm Fishy. I will be playing Merrick, who is a duelist and a sort of an urban-orientated character who is completely at home here in the cave. It would have been nice if Merrick had lived long enough to see more of his backstory, but they do say, always leave them wanting more. So this should all be fine.
Oh, you all do. Everybody's just doom and gloom, I tell you. I have faith in you all. So the party is trying to save their beloved town of Windvine. They discovered near to the Harvest Festival, sort of like celebration, that a swamp or a peat bog had taken over the local farmlands, and hideous beasts were roaming free and butchering the farmhands and their families. The party went to the peat bog. They did a huge amount of combat there, trying to decide or locate what is actually causing all this. They eventually came to a small farmstead that had a well in the middle. They got attacked by 100 imps at that point and managed to keep alive, and then descended down into a series of tunnels and chambers. They encountered a rather big swamp worm that should have done lots of damage and did hardly anything at all. And then they went through a series of rooms and started to get the feeling that either the traps or the rooms were either trying to keep somebody out or somebody in, not knowing which. And at the end of the last adventure, they came to the big cavern that you can see on the screen at the moment. You'll be able to see that there's almost like a lighter color around Bartleby. That is because Bartleby is carrying the torch or the lantern, and this room has got some natural light in it. It seems to be where you are at the moment. You're about ankle deep in water, but you can see that as you get to the middle of the room down here, it looks like the water may actually be slightly deeper. And we finished the adventure last time with me reading this out to you. So there's a frail and fragile human lies in the middle of what appears to be the water. He's all right lying in the water. To one side, an open sarcophagus. You can see that. You can see that on the map. It's open and the lid's been taken off. The human looks dirty, bedraggled, and from this distance, almost close to death. They have long, straggling hair, and you can see that as you enter the room, this human raises what appears to be a bony, almost skeletal hand and arm, and without raising their head, reaches out to you and says two words in a very cracked, croaky voice. And they just say, "Help me." And I will take it over to you.
Can I use my
I'm glad
insight?
somebody talked.
Yeah. Can I use my insight to see if he's being truthful or not?
And by
if I
saying,
could-
"Help me."
Yeah.
Yeah, by all means, roll away.
Maybe they have a lot of pride.
He's the most truthful person I've ever seen. Bartleby, what can you do for this man?
Bartleby would be looking at him. Is there anything that's like perhaps connected to him? I'm paranoid about vines now.
Not at all. He seems to be lying in the water, but you think from where you are, possibly he's lying on something that is slightly below the water level. He seems to be wearing some kind of cloths or tunics, and I say he, but you haven't seen their face yet. The other thing to remind you about is that there seems to be some bones, piles of bones, sort of like around the general area. From where you are at the moment, they appear just to be either piles of bones or maybe perhaps the odd
Piles of helpers.
skeleton or something like that.
Can I take a round to go into a trance?
Yes, by all means. Does anybody else want to do anything while Tarek is trancing?
Sarge's gonna look left and right down the line that everyone seems to be in, and just like
Ready for the fireball? Yeah.
yeah, I'm not going any closer.
I'm going to
what are you
shout,
gonna do, guys?
how can we help you?
You okay?
Have you fallen down? You can't get up.
Yeah. You notice there's a Zim, one of
Zimmer
those
got it,
walking
yeah.
through. The voice, it's still very cracked and without sort of like lifting the head very much at all. It says, "She has trapped me here."
Who is she?
Tarek, you go into your trance. The first thing that you notice is that there seems to be no spirits in this place. However, there is something very bright and very glowing. There appears to be a shield, possibly a spirit shield, around the person. It's domed, and just to give you some idea, if you think of the skeletons as the edge of that, that should give you a good indication of how wide the spirit shield is. It comes from out of the water and domes across this person. It looks, even in your time, you've never seen anything so powerful as a spirit shield. I'm also going to send you a message on Discord, because you'll need to decide what to do with it. How do you spell Merrick?
M-E-R-R-I.
It's like Tarek without the T.
The suspense.
Okay, hopefully that makes sense.
So you said we don't see any injuries on him? Just he looks really fatigued and like
yeah, you can only see his or its or her back and everything. Oh, sorry. Hazra, you asked a question and I didn't answer it, and I can't remember what the question was.
It was, how can we help you? Or who is she? Sorry, that was my last one, wasn't it?
Who is
you
she?
had an accident that wasn't your fault.
She imprisoned me here, so I can no longer keep everything in control.
Like typical old people, they can't really control everything.
Yeah.
Again, is it your
Is
caregiver?
Does that mean this isn't really water? This is just his lack of control.
Yes, it is.
Quite
You notice something float just by
Oh.
I'll tell her. I'll take the moment to tell everyone that he appears to have some sort of shield protecting him.
I'm going to take minutes and I'm going to cast something. And well, when I say cast, I'm going to hold on to my jaguar tooth.
Oh yes.
Pendant, and I'm going to try. I'm going to take minutes to do this. Oh, I didn't need 2 minutes. That was awesome.
You didn't
And
need minutes.
I didn't need to. I'm going to expend. Let me remind myself how this works. I'm going to spend. Is it 3 magic points to increase something by 3?
It depends what you are increasing.
I was going to increase my strength. Oh, my constitution. Sorry.
Let me just check that for you. So you can. Do you want me to say this out loud, or do you want me to message you?
No, you're fine. Go for it.
So when you're enhancing, you can either do your action points, damage modifier, fatigue, healing rate, hit points, movement rate, or initiative.
When I do my hit points, is that per location? Is that anything?
Yeah. So each sort of like level that you boost it, the hit points in every location will increase by 1. And those additional hit points are absorbed first.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to increase my hit points then, because that's what I was aiming for with my constitution. And I'll increase them by 2 if that's possible.
Yeah. So they increase. So that'll be an intensity 2. So yeah. So you'll get 2 extra hit points.
That's 2 magic points used, isn't it? So it goes down to 5.
Yeah, so maybe tell the party what has just happened in visual terms.
In visual terms, you'll see Hazra clasp his jaguar tooth. He'll go into a slight trance, and then a green glow will go over his body, and you'll see his muscles and his skin sort of harden and get that little bit more, almost like an elephant skin around it effect.
Another one going into a trance. Tarek's contagious.
Meditation's good for the soul.
Merrick, there's only you who can't do anything.
Yeah, all good. Be fine.
Tarek, did you understand the other thing that I sent you as well?
Yeah, I was just about to say, Bartleby, you might not want to read this out loud, but there seems to be tablets next to you in the wall.
It's aspirin.
Well, Cyrus, maybe you can help me read these. Since we're the two that know.
What's going on over here with Hazra?
Bartleby, just to let you, Bartleby, just to let you know, when you look at the wall, it just looks like a normal wall.
I'm gonna glare back at Tarek for a moment, and then I'm gonna do a little prayer to my goddess to see if I can figure out this puzzle. It would be Amriel Vision, and it would 82.
So once you've activated your witch sight, there's 2 things that you can see. You can see this spirit shield dome that Tarek has told you about. And lo and behold, just in the wall here, it looks like there's almost like a false or illusionary part of the wall that seems to be glowing the same color as the shield. And it seems to have open out into a little alcove just big enough for this series of, there must be about 5 stone tablets, sort of like propped up vertically, if that makes sense, in the wall. Even when you switch your sights back, you can actually see them, but nobody else can see them. Tarek can see them. Bartleby, you can see them, but nobody else can at this present moment in time.
Interesting. Bartleby will wander over there to just start reading them in his head, not out loud. Try and figure out this puzzle.
Okay, so are you going to take them out one at a time? Or are you taking them all out where you put in the lantern?
So I have to take them out in order to read them?
Yeah, they're slotted in vertically, a bit like books
Gotcha.
on a bookshelf.
I can walk over and hold
Okay.
the lantern for you.
Yeah, that would probably be best, Tarek. If you can hold the light, I'll do my best to read. Do you read, Tarek?
Yeah, I can read.
Okay. I just, not everybody can read, and I was just curious. And then yeah, we're gonna go left to right.
Captain Kangaroo, that is so funny. So he pulls faces at you, Bartleby, but because he's underneath you in the overlay, he looks up like that. Pulls faces up. It's a bit like University Challenge, if you've seen that. Yes. So are you taking them all out? Is that the plan then, Bartleby?
One by one. I'm gonna take one out to read, and then I'll put it back and take another out to read.
In order.
Yeah, ideally in order. And
Yeah.
if I think that they might need to be taken out all at the same time, like if they seem to make a picture with their covers or something, then I would. But otherwise, I don't want to get them wet.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's pictures, I can read that too.
Good for you, Cyrus.
So you take the first tablet out, and you instantly decipher that it's quite a primitive language, but it's not actually common. It seems to be more a series to Cyrus's happiness. It seems to almost be hieroglyphics or runic in its form. You can probably start to figure out what they're saying if you want to. We would do a conflict pool for it, but it'll take you time. You do have a look at all the others, and they're very similar. They have just the runes or the hieroglyphs down one side. Each line is about 5 centimeters high, and it goes down, and they're about this size, about 30 centimeters in height. The stone is sturdy. It doesn't look like it's going to break or anything like that, but they're well carved. It's not the hieroglyphs or the runic symbols or the runes tend to look. They're basic language, but the craftsmanship of it is brilliant. Yeah, this thing that's in the water, Merrick and Cyrus and Hasra, as you see it, it seems to put one hand further into the water and uses it to prop itself up, reaching its hand out to you again. And for the first time, you see it is a male. It is human as well. It looks, you can see its sternum, you can see its ribs. It looks like it hasn't had food for a long time. Its stomach is also concaved in. And you notice that even the arms have almost just flesh on them. They don't seem to be a huge amount of muscle. And it reaches out its hand once more, and you can see now almost like dirty fingernails and hands. And it's sort of like, as you've been here, it's constantly been muttering the words help me, and then she has trapped me here. And you notice 2 other things that come out of its mutterings. One of them is I must save the world. And the other thing that it mutters to you is, I cannot control things from within here.
I wonder if the person this is somebody who's like looking after a particular biome, and the woman is the one that started the thing spreading by capturing
I'm
him
gonna
here.
I'm
Well,
gonna approach the other two over here. And while those nerds over there are trying to read books right now, let's try to figure out, what do you think? Some old man wander down here, or like this?
Maybe
Nothing
he's
about
like,
this seems
I
very.
mean,
I don't know.
he's got to be involved. but
Merrick,
the-
is he like a spirit guardian of this place, do you think? Is he spirit or is he human?
Who are you
I-
asking? Merrick or
I
Terry?
I'm assuming that was
Merrick.
Tarek. I'm assuming that was Tarek.
Yeah.
Oh, Tarek, sorry.
He knows about spirits. No, I don't. I know nothing about spirits.
NT, got it.
he appeared human, right? Because I couldn't see any spirits in the area.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
spirits in the whole of the area at the moment.
So it is not a spirit. It is flesh and bone, mortal.
Then why is there a spirit shield? Why is there some sort of enhanced spirit shield that's taking up more than one potential target? Why is he in a prison made out of spirit shield?
Yeah, where
Look,
is
I-
she? This she you talk about. Where is she? Did she switch places with you?
He goes back to his mutterings, and he talks. She's imprisoned me here. I cannot control. I cannot control and keep the land in stasis, in balance.
How long have you been trapped here?
He sort of like he looks, Merrick, as you ask the question, it looks like he's really thinking hard. And she left me long ago. Long ago.
Yeah. See, if he's been here a long
ago.
time, it seems awfully suspicious that it's now suddenly starting to go wrong.
Where is she? So we can stop her.
Okay.
She
I- Sure.
left.
Okay,
where?
let us start from the beginning. Who are you? What is your name?
He sort of like you get this feeling that he's trying to almost like remember, and he looks almost like wet and bedraggled here, and it's almost as if he's dropped into this place, and he sort of like says, I must control. I must reset the balance.
Right, and we're right below the well, aren't we?
You're further along now. If you think
Right,
about
right.
it, you came down and then you travelled.
So looking up what's above us.
Just the dome
Cave.
of the cavern. Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper to Hasbro. He reminds me of the old incontinent guy I saw slip at a bathhouse.
Well, that's informative, but not really very helpful.
Just saying what's on my mind. I don't know.
So
Maybe.
is this lady
He
you
broke his
speak
hip.
of changing the land and making it more different?
He sort of like says, I cannot bring the land to balance. She has stopped me. I cannot communicate while I'm in here. I cannot. And he sort of like looks up and around. He sort of like says, she has shielded me from my companions.
Right. Let us get him out. This is important. The balance must be maintained.
His companions are
could-
spirits, though.
This could be a trick.
They could be spirits.
Get an axe.
Oh yes.
Merrick, we all presume
It's
this is a trick.
Get an axe.
But like, which one specifically is tricking us is what we're trying to figure out. Hey, old fart, how
Well-
exactly can we help you?
He doesn't respond to old fart, by the way. But
that's
he
what
does.
Just
name.
to add, guys. So when I said I could heal lots of things, one of those things that Amriel has taught me how to heal are minds. I can heal mental illness.
Oh, please do, Cyrus.
And-
Please.
I think you need to take rounds
have
for
a
that
mental
one.
There's no
illness
saving
problem.
Cyrus.
It'd be so funny if next time he comes in, he's very posh and upbeat.
Hello, my name's Cyrus. Yes.
Yeah, so Bartleby says that he can cure minds.
Can you do that
Sorry,
through this shield thing?
Cyrus, did you ask what you need to do? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like what do we need to do to help you out
He says,
outside of getting within punching
says-
resistance?
free me. And he sort of like raises his hand once more.
Is your
See,
name?
I don't know. They don't seem very trustworthy. Is there anything we can do to without touching your slimy face?
Touch the hand.
I mean,
He-
you guys,
I
I
don't wanna-
could just get rid of this spirit shield.
Well, look, I can't see this shield thing. Those of you who can see it, does it look solid or does it look like maybe it's failing? Because it could be that it's beginning to break down and that's why everything's going
It
wrong.
is
Or it
very
could be that he's
strong.
been stuck in there and that's why it's going
It's-
wrong. We don't know.
It's very strong and very bright through my vision. So
Cyrus, you hear a voice coming out of nowhere. Save the old man. Save the world.
Then says,
I do not want to
"Give
see
me
this
your
guy
money."
save the world.
Let me retire from saving the world all the time.
well, I'd like to try to cast Spirit Shield on myself just as a precaution.
I'm smart. Smart man.
Yep.
Yes, it's
Alex, the only one to make it back.
it's a folk magic spell, so just roll your folk magic. Yeah, that will put your spirit shield up. Choose an appropriate icon for yourself. If you just click on your token and go to the round button at the end, at the bottom, it will open up a whole load of imagery that you can add as a little token, or you could just go for a dot.
It doesn't imagery. I mean, there's like, oh, it's got a scroll button. I see.
Yeah. So
Oh,
my
Something like Spirit Shield, maybe put an order on it.
my favorite one for that's a little demon face. Now everybody, now don't all start putting things up.
Level up. I've leveled up.
Oh look, you could put a snail on. That's useful, isn't it? If you're slow.
Perfect for slow, yeah.
Yeah.
A really small person.
None of us are going towards the guy.
Hey, look, there's even one for rabbit. There's
Ooh.
a fleeting foot.
But he's also a small running blue person. So we could put that as Cyrus, and then we can have the big one ourselves.
Sorry, I just got raided, so I'm dealing with that as well. Tarek, what is your literacy skill?
57.
57. So would you like to actually work with Bartleby to try to read these or not?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then. So he will augment your literacy for with 12 points, Bartleby.
All right, and then this would be my literacy roll, I imagine.
Yeah.
Hopefully, these things will tell us what we need to do.
Oh, we could all read whatever we want.
I think I'm going to use a point of luck.
What? So early? Use a hero point. Use a...
Yeah, we gotta get the hero points out
Unless
of the
you
way.
want the
you know.
hero point.
No,
This
I
feels
would
like something we need to know.
I think
Yeah,
a
use
point
the
of
hero
luck.
point.
Well, a hero point would automatically make you succeed. So it's probably better to use a luck point in this sense because you can just swap it over. But it's up to you, whatever you would like to.
I want you to hear a point and then describe how he uses it.
He puts a pair of glasses on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was upside down. Oh, my bad.
I treat it like I'm in Legend of Zelda and I found a new item. Just pick it up and hold it really high. And then suddenly it kind of makes more sense that way.
Right. So you, Bartleby and Tarek are now seem to be studying one of the tablets. So Haswick's got a minigun out, which
I've got a sentry gun.
So it looks like Cyrus, Merrick, and Hazra, you're sort of like the other half of the party in deciding what to do while the intellectuals are studying the tablets.
I think we're going to have to wait for them because we need to know. It's a 50-50 chance, isn't it? If we let him out, it either dooms everything or it saves everything, and we don't know which. But maybe those
The thing
tablets
is,
will
to
tell
let
us.
him out, we've got to get him from here all the way back the way we came. Because there's no here.
I reckon we probably only got to get him out of that shield thing that they reckon's there.
So just anybody who's got spirit shield, the thing that a spirit shield stops is literally spirit. So it wouldn't stop you moving through it. The only person who would have real issues with it is Tarek, because if he goes through a spirit shield, then it can actually
block his territories and things, won't it?
Yeah, it unbinds the spirits he have in his fetish.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere near him.
It just it was depending on its strength, but it's not as if it's a physical barrier.
Yeah.
But it is for spirits. Yeah.
So let me get this right in my head, and I'll look at Tarek and say, so you said when we were in the swamp that there were spirits that were doing things to the swamp. So
right, there were swamp creature or swamp spirits that were changing the forest into a swamp.
That's right. Now this man here is behind the shield that stops him from communicating with these spirits. So maybe he is telling the truth.
Could be
in what he says, because if these spirits cannot get to him, then he cannot control them. Is that right?
Yeah, they could be doing what they're doing because they're out of his control now. But he looks like he's been here for a very long time. Why is it only just happening now?
You're missing a key point, though, is he isn't trapped here at all. You could just walk out of this prison. This isn't a prison, except for spirits.
You might, his actual, and Bartleby, I'll give you this one because you're a theist. He doesn't look that healthy at the moment.
And maybe he can't find his walker.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, anybody can see, I mean, he is very frail.
So he has fallen down, he can't get up.
Yeah. And by the way, when Tarek's talking to you, I imagine him just sort of like Bartleby and him are still conversing over the tablets, and he's just talking to you without actually looking at you as they point things out.
Is that Indiana Jones and his dad when they're talking?
Yes, yeah. Bartleby and Tarek, you've started to make headway with the first tablet. You're not completely finished it yet. This is going to take an amazing amount of time, but it seems to talk something about a hunt. It seems to be talking about a great hunt. That's what you've started to ascertain from it.
The tablets are no use to
Haven't
us
we
at all. They're
heard
actually
something
just
about
his
that?
review of Witcher 3.
The fighting guys and Cyrus, what would you like to get up to?
I'm going to move forward towards the man.
Hold on, Hazra. Hold on. Everyone,
You
hold
feel
hands for a
somebody
sec.
grab hold of your chin.
No, hold on. Let's hold hands for a sec.
That's on my shoulder. It goes under my ankle.
Merrick, and Bartleby, come over here. Let's all come together for a sec. Really quick.
Hazra,
Come here.
just to let you know, at
Huddle up.
that point where you are now,
Yeah.
can you see that the ground changes color?
It does. Yeah.
So you notice that the water is actually
Sorry.
deeper.
I was going to say, I'll be using my spear to feel
Yeah.
it and go. So I need to take this call, 2 shakes.
Yeah. Yeah, so and Hazra sort of like calls back to you that there it appears to get deeper. So if any of you are looking at the map, you should be able to see a darker area. Can you see that even with the subdued light?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that seems to be deeper, and you can see from Hazra as he puts his spear into it, you think it'll come up to sort of like mid or thigh level in the deeper part.
Okay, once I discover that, I'm then going to walk around the edge, just testing it as I go.
Yeah, so how far would you like to go around? If you just ping the extent that you would like to do. Yeah, you can move right the way round to there.
I'm
Okay.
looking at getting within spear distance of this man so I can get to hold onto the spear while I pull him out.
Yeah, so there's several things that you actually see, Hazra, that I'll come back to you just after I hear what Cyrus and Merrick are going to do. So Hazra's going round with his spear round the outside. Cyrus and Merrick, is there anything that you would like to do at the same time?
Merrick is loath to do anything without understanding the situation, and we don't understand the situation yet.
I don't know. I feel like we should all just kind of, make sure we're all padded up and ready to go and just charge in, see what happens. Because at this point, we have nothing better to do.
Are you casting some spells then?
That's lightning.
I don't have much left. I'm pretty drained out, so we'll probably have to all huddle together so I can kind of protect us with a little bit of spells. That's pretty much all I got until I take a little nappy poo.
Nappy poo. So remember that your shaping, the default for your range is touch.
Yeah.
But a point of shaping would take it to 1 meter per power point. So I'm more than happy for you to have cast it before Hazra went for his walk around. If that's
The issue is going to be is because I'm combining 2 together.
And what's the other spell? So what's the other one?
2 spells I'm combining is where did I spell this one? I just had you a second. Oh, there we go. All right, damage resistance and spell resistance.
Okay, then. So you're casting 2 spells together. So that's 1 point of shaping. You can get everybody in touch range before Hazra goes, so you don't need to worry about range. How many people are you putting it on to?
I'm such a nice guy. I'm just going to do it the whole crowd.
All 5.
I've got a note here that we already have some protection from Cyrus.
Yeah, so in
But that would have dissipated by now, right?
yeah, so in
I
Mythras,
was trying to remember when that was cast.
quite a while back now, especially since how long it took in the Vine Room. So 2 spells together, that would be 1 shaping point. Targets, that would be if you get everybody, all 4 of you, or 5 of you, that would be 4 shaping points, 5 shaping points. You've got enough shaping points. That's not an issue. But it will take you 3 magic points to cast it, unless you got a crit, and in which case it would be reduced.
Okay, well, here we go, buddies. It's time to fly. Okay.
Yeah, so that's absolutely not a problem at all. You'll lose your 3 magic points, and everybody will have damage resistance, which I think gives you 6 points. Is that the one that gives you 8 points? Sorry,
8 points, yeah.
Yeah, 8
So damage
points.
resistance and spell resistance together.
Yeah, and the we just need to make sure spell resistance. What does that give them? Okay, then. So that is going on your magnitude of your spell cast. Okay, how many shaping points do you have?
Left.
No, total.
Shaping points is that's based off of
it should just say a number like 8 or 6.
Yeah, it should be 8.
8. Okay, then. So
I think. Hold on.
1
shaping points.
1 5.
Actually, no. Is it based off your power or based off your?
No, it's your invocation. It's a 10th of your invocation rounded up.
Yeah, it'll be 8 then.
8. So you used 1 shaping point to combine 2 spells. You used 1 shaping point. You used 4 shaping points to put it on everybody. So that's 5. So you'll have 3 shaping points left, which means you'll take an extra loss of a magic point, and that will give you the maximum magnitude you can cast, which would be 4.
Cool.
Okay, so any spell 4 or less that is fired into somebody, your spell resistance will take it, and it will affect. So,
Nice.
so just remind me that, people, if I suddenly go away from it. Okay, then. So once that's done, Hazra starts going round the back. Cyrus and Merrick, is there anything that you want to do during that time? Everybody's got the magic on them now. Cyrus, you must be low with magic points. Ouch.
Yeah. Right. A little drained. A lot of energy. No energy drinks to drink.
So are you both just staying put? Is anybody going with Hazra as he moves round? Does anybody want to go the other way round? That seems to have a lot of plant matter around here.
Simple answer to that is no.
Oh no, okay. So Merrick and
I'll
Cyrus.
be near Hazra. I'll use my he's using a spear. I'll use my glaive to kind of assist, but make sure he doesn't like fall into a deep end or something. So
do you want to move yourself round to where he is?
Sure.
I'm a little concerned as Hazra, because if I go through Spirit Shield, is my totem going to be fine?
No, it'd be fine.
You went right.
It's worked in a different kind of magic.
It's kind of magic.
Are you going out? Here he comes. Nipping around the
Can you see his head bobbing above the
water? Okay, then. So you're there. Merrick, you're up there at the entrance still. So first things first, let me talk to Hazra and Cyrus. So you do notice that these plants here are some kind of a vine. Okay, they seem to have sprouted out of the water and been almost like clinging to the wall, trying to grow up out of the water. You can see, just as it appears, this lot of bones here. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Yep.
There seems to be less of those. Okay. Well, this one, this appears to be like a whole skeleton. Okay. It's got scraps of cloth on it. But there's no flesh or anything like that. It seems to be half submerged in the water and half just sort of like not floating, but sort of like as if the spine has been stuck in. And so the rest of it is just sort of like appears to be floating, but it's not. This stone sarcophagus that you can see, the lid has been taken off. And from here now, you can definitely see that there's nothing in that sarcophagus at all. Bartleby, can you roll for me your literacy, still augmented with Terric? Okay, you continue to read and discuss, and you're still reading about some kind of hunt. Something about a stag. It's quite basic but very descriptive as you see it. Merrick, could you please make for me a perception check, because you are at the entrance and I just need to do
Basic but very descriptive. Does that mean these tablets were written by Steve Donaldson?
yeah. I just need to roll this so you can't see it. Right. Okay then. Yeah.
Standard success.
You. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Right. Down to Cyrus and
These
Hazra.
vines, these
Yeah.
vines that are growing here, they're not like the ones in the cave, are they? They're not moving around.
Oh no, completely not.
They're just literally vegetation.
Yeah. They seem to be more of a paley green rather than green, because obviously the lack of
water and lack of light.
Yeah. But they don't look. They're not like the ones that grabbed you and things like this.
Yeah, I'm going to reach out my spear
Is
and
the sarcophagus
move that
accurate?
floating.
Say again, sorry. Cyrus, what
the
did you say?
sarcophagus right here.
Yeah.
This thing right here. Is this accurate, or is this just?
No, so it's empty and the top has been taken off and it's been smashed to one side.
Okay. So
Th-
maybe
thi-
that's his
this-
resting place.
This person here
Yeah.
is still, he hasn't moved. It didn't track you as you came round or anything like that. And
It's a hologram.
as you continue to move round, it's still muttering straight ahead as if you were in the original position. You wanted to do something with the skeleton, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to reach up my spear, and you say it's floating on the water. I just want to nudge it slightly, see what happens. See if
Yeah.
it moves away, bobs away.
It's sort of like, so the spine seems to be resting in something, and you sort of like prod it with the hilt of your spear, and it moves slightly. You think if you give it a good hefty bash, it would probably float away. It doesn't turn around and grab your spear shaft or anything like that.
That's what I was aiming for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely seems to be. I was going to say a dead skeleton, but if that makes sense, it doesn't look
Yeah.
like it's animated at all.
In which case, I'll give you a good firm shove.
All those skeletons.
Yeah, just roll your brawn skill for me.
Not animated. It's just the
behave.
remains of the last person who tried to get this guy out of the spirit shield.
As I do it, I kind of slip on some slime under my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It moves slightly, but it doesn't seem to dislodge anything at all. But like I say, it's not grabbing you or anything like that.
No, but what I'm going to do is, after slipping, I'm going to readjust my feet and just try again.
So remember, it will go up one difficulty because you're redoing the same task.
Oh, okay. I'll take days over it.
Yeah, you could take minutes over it. That's not you could dislodge it if you wish. It is
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
what
like,
I'm wanting. It's like, I've slipped my footing and I just want to brace my
yeah,
footing and push a bit
you
harder.
you probably are more sort of like here.
Yeah.
But you sort of like dislodge its spine from whatever it was stuck in underneath, and it sort of like floats up for a moment, and then it just slowly starts to sink under the water. It is totally intact. It's not like this that just seems to be
I'm gonna shout
skull
to
and
Tarek. Is the shield still around the man?
I guess I'll look and
you can well, Bartleby can still shift his
Yeah.
senses, to see which side, because we haven't moved scene, and yes, Bartleby's still there.
Hey, do you
How's it-
nerds actually find anything yet, or should I just break out my cot and take a nap?
how's your
Reading
theory was
about
because
hunting.
As
You don't know how to do that.
as you're
That's why
sort
we're
of like
reading.
talking to one another, the guy in the middle suddenly then realizes where you are, and he sort of like tries to look behind you, and he sort of like pushes himself up, and you can almost hear as he puts pressure on his feeble body, and he turns around and he sees you, and he sort of like tries desperately to bring up a hand to sort of like bring it round to where you are, but he just can't make it, and he sort of like slumps down, and there's a bit of a splash, and he sort of like comes back up and just says, "Help me.
We're coming. Just
Help
slow
me,
down.
Hazra. You're my
What?
only hope."
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
Okay, it's like
Well, you're thinking, oh my God, he knows my name.
Yes.
yeah. Is this my pal?
I'm like,
I-
get out of my mind.
I have to say, Mr. Pickles, your camera's slipped down or something, so all we could see in the box is just your head and nothing.
The bottom.
It's just like, I'll see whether or not I can move.
He's just cosplaying as Cyrus.
Ouch!
Called me nerd, so I had to do something.
There you go. I've moved you up a bit. Yeah, he sort of like asks you to. Darcy End in the chat said, "Aren't you a little short for nomad?" Which I thought was quite clever. Yeah, the from where you are now, Hazra, there seems to be no manacles or tying down of this person.
He's just literally drained and weak, isn't he?
Yeah, it literally looks like he literally does not have the energy to do anything at the moment. Merrick, is there anything that you would like to do?
Nope.
Okay,
Merrick is going to let the guys who know what they're doing until there's something that I can hit. Merrick is just going to stay out of it.
Nice. Bartleby, can you roll your augmented literacy roll? Oh, nice. Nice.
Now I'm
So
trying.
you finish the first tablet and 3/4 of the next one. And Tarek, you read this as well. So it seems to be telling of a time of a great hunt. And the great hunt was a competition. And it was rather than taking it out on what says in the tablets as mortals, they talk about, rather than being warring mortals, the beings seem to have this great hunt, and everybody is trying to capture a great white stag, and it seems to be almost like a game that happens every year, and there's really positive things. And you, Tarek, you for the first time, you've not seen this language before, but you start to make connections between what you're reading here and the spirit gods. So in your world, there might be deities, but the spirits also have divine beings, and these are the people, you know, yours, because that's who you follow, and that's how gives you your speciality with darkness and etc. Do you remember what he's called, yours?
Mine is where is my note?
I think he's called necrosis, but
yeah, I was gonna say necrosis or
yeah.
necropolis or something.
And
necrosis,
you see his name, and you decipher the symbol about it. Bartleby and Tarek, is there anything you would like to do or say before we jump back down to Hasra?
I mean, I think we need to finish the tablets before we can come to any conclusions.
Okay. Moving down to Hasra and Cyrus.
Cyrus,
What do you feel about creating our own tavern? That way I can get a owner's discount on the product.
True. Good idea. Maybe later. What I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to go across to this man and try to pull him over here. If you can stay back, and if anything happens, can you just vaporize anything that's in front of me?
Sure, yeah.
I love that, vaporize. Yeah, go for it.
So again, I'm going to be using my staff to test the ground in front of me.
Mm.
And I'm going to move around to the sarcophagi, and then so I get close to him. I'm going to reach out my hand to his hand, and then when he reaches his foot to grab it, I'm going to move my hand away. And
go fold.
Too slow.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take you back one bit. If I can click you and not the sarcophagus.
No, I moved it with my strength.
So you sort of like step off the shallow part, and you tap the ground in front of you, and you step into it. It seems very solid, the ground, and the water comes up to your knees at this point, and you tap in front of you again to move here, and you suddenly realize you're not on ground.
Is it more like a concrete base?
Yes.
Could be like the lid of the sarcophagi?
No. It seems to be almost like flagstone-ish or solid stone. And as you take the second step, you hear what appears to be a laugh from the person, and he he's sort of, you hear it and he goes, and he rolls over onto literally his back. And
It doesn't do it. The Emperor's lightning. Does go?
Yeah.
Now you're Skywalker. I have you.
And he looks up at you, and he says with so much clarity, he just looks at you and says, "Thank you for breaking the bindings." And I would like, please, some initiative from everyone.
Hazra will go before me, as it is.
Thank you.
He's a little trickster, isn't he?
This is why we were waiting till they'd read the bloody tablets.
He was talking
Cyrus
about
is
balance
first.
and things, and I got carried away.
Oh, bummer.
Tarek, what's your initiative? And Cyrus, what is yours?
Mine's a 7. I think his is a 10.
So Cyrus go first, and then Merrick last. Okay then. So the first thing that's going to happen as this person says this, he almost like brings his arms. This is his turn, by the way. Hazra brings his arms across like that, and he sort of goes like this in order to stretch almost. And there's this almighty whoosh of energy that comes out from him. So Hazra and Cyrus, I would like you to use one of your action points to take an evade roll if you wish. So you can choose to do an evade roll, or you could take the full force of the
It's
spell.
fully operational.
If yes, it's a fully operational Death Star. Or you can trust to your spell resist.
Oh,
I'll do. Can I do acrobatics?
Yes, if you take your take an action point to use evade. Yeah.
I'll take an action point to do acrobatics.
Okay then. So
can I use athletics?
no.
Well, my think was athletics. I could use my spear to like jump into the sarcophagi.
That would be acrobatics. Athletics really covers climbing, jumping, swimming, and things like that.
I'll dive underwater.
Cyrus succeeds, so he's one action point down.
I'm going to literally drop underwater in that case. Then
remember, it only comes to your knees. Yeah.
I'll take a moment to lie down.
So
you got evade. No.
And we'll come back after the break.
Find out next week what happened.
Oh, it's coming up. Ooh.
So close yet so far.
So close and yet so far away. So as this sort of like rushes out, Cyrus, by a pure miracle of chance, you almost like see it starting to emanate from it, and sort of like you dive and duck and roll over to one side, staying on your feet with your acrobatics. And Hazra, you are just not as quick as Cyrus, and maybe because you're closer as this
I'm taller.
and so this damage is going into. Sorry, hang on. Ignore that because I've got my GM roll on, and I rolled a 12-sided dice instead of a 20. So you should see this.
20-sided dice. 9
No,
points.
it's your hit location first.
Oh, thank God for that. That's
The damage is a D100.
Yeah.
That's my gut.
So you
Perfect.
take 6 points of damage in your gut.
No, this is magical damage, isn't it? So the 4 points of spell.
So the first thing is it overcame the 4 points of magnitude. So this is an intensity spell that is greater than 4.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay. But your
I have
damage
8 points of hit points resist, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sort of like get it hit by it. You are now prone.
Yeah.
Here. But the 8 points, you're still alive and protected. Cyrus, do I need to, is it a bit like mage armor, your damage resist? Do I need to do more than it to actually?
Yeah. You have to do, so you have to do more than 8 in order to do damage.
The magic increase. Oh, hang on. Do not extract. It can easily be. The target cannot exceed the strength of the 3 times. Yeah. Yeah. These not stack with existing, and the height. Yeah, it does. I don't even need to do that. This magic doesn't necessarily need. It can just be easily to a sort of the top. Yeah, I have to dispel it. It's not like mage armor from classic fantasy. And so woof, like that, you're now prone. Cyrus, the other thing that you see, these lots of armor gets pushed everywhere. And people up at the top, you suddenly feel this woof of power. You don't actually need to avoid it. By the time it's got to you, it's not strong enough to actually knock you over or anything, but you do feel it and do take a quick look and see what's just happened. And we're coming straight to you, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Cyrus has run away.
He's coming back from a party.
Has Cyrus run?
There's a hallway rave.
Cyrus is gonna
a hallway rave. Having a party already. What would you like to do, Cyrus, once you're with us?
It's getting started on the wake early.
I'm gonna start casting my last bit of magic points.
Okay.
I'm gonna do rack and suffocate, or is that, it's not suffocate, it's
smother.
Smother together.
Yeah, so both of them are concentration spells. So you'll need to concentrate from them both. It's probably you're going to have to use a shaping point to increase the range on this one. Because you need it meters times power. Would that give you enough?
Yeah, that should be enough.
Yeah, it's 9 meters away. Power, it'd be power during minutes. That's all right. Do you want to increase the magnitude at all?
That would be the only thing that would be increasing. Yeah, it's magnitude.
Okay, then. So you increase the range 1 meter per, and then so you'll have that'll take you 1 point. So you'll have 7 points left. So you could do a magnitude 8 spell. Okay, and this would take you 3 turns. Okay, and take you 3 magic points. Okay, so we'll roll. You roll it at the end. But just so I know, I'm just going to put the little 3 there, so we know that you've got 2 turns left for that to do. Okay, then. That's really good. Tarek. Is Merrick counting squares, by the way, to see how far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll call upon my former master again, to see if he has any helpful tidbits or just decides to ward me because there's spell damage going out.
Okay, then. So roll your bindings spell. That's brilliant. And knock off that magic point. And he comes into existence. What's your question going to be?
Can you help us either decipher this, or can you protect me against this man until I have finished reading?
Can you protect me while I'm reading?
Please? I'm scared.
No, because you didn't use a magic word. Please.
He sort of like comes in. Sorry, he sort of like comes in and then says, Tarek, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Reading some ancient text. I thought it might be pertinent to whoever this is.
Yeah, brilliant. And we'll dive down to Hazra. It is 1 action point down and prone, but looking beefy.
Beefy as hell. I am going to say, I thought you were going 6, isn't it?
Yeah, no, just don't start going. I thought you were going to be nice or something like that.
Yeah. I thought you were here to help the land.
Okay.
And then I've used my spear to get myself to my feet.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. You can remove the prone sticker. Bartleby on 15.
Sensing this disturbance, Bartleby would probably shove the tablet into Tarek's hands fully. I imagine we were both like looking over it, hence the augment. But I shoved that, and I'm going to run for Merrick. I don't think I can cast a prayer in the same round, but I'm making it look like that's what I'm doing as I go over.
Do you need to run to him?
I need to touch him, yes.
No, so that'd be double your movement rate, yeah?
I don't think I need to run. Let me just measure really quick.
It's only like
it's 6 meters.
3 squares. I mean.
My legs are pretty stubby.
It's only 6. It's only 6 meters, which is your movement. So you will move there, and you will cast your spell on the next turn.
Sounds good.
Yep. And Merrick, please run away from.
Tempting. It's awfully tempting, but no, I'd already decided I'm going to fail to cast Blade Sharp.
Okay.
My level of optimism with this is that I expect.
Go for it. Oh my giddy!
That wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah, you lose a magic point. Your sword has now got blade sharp on it.
Work for a change.
Bartleby goes and stomps back over this. Okay, and just before we go for our break, I would like to say that something else happens at the end of this turn, the first turn. And just to let you know, Druttercup says, Egod's fish just made a roll.
Thanks, Drat.
So, Cyrus, you're casting your spell, and you suddenly hear flapping. And you suddenly see, as you scan around, coming down from high above,
The eagles have come to help in the fight.
she said, they said, said with love. You've seen these before.
I knew it was going to be
Bloody
imps.
imps.
Now, just to let you know, if you remember the combat from before, Cyrus, you can avoid their attacks with evade. Now, I actually checked this up, so in the rules before we did it. So if you've done one turn of your spell cast, if you use your action points up to evade, you've still done one turn of your spell cast. Does that make sense? So if you use all your action points up in round 1, then you haven't lost the spell. The only way I can stop your concentration is to do damage to you. Then you have a willpower check. And if you fail that willpower check, we go right way back and you lose all the time that you've actually cast. Okay. But that's not all. That is not all. Because Merrick, you notice something. Because as you cast, as Bartleby comes over to you and you cast your blade sharp, it's probably a really good idea, because coming out of the deeper water comes some of your friends from beforehand.
Oh, crap.
Things we've had so much trouble with.
We have so many friends.
Yeah. Isn't it nice to be popular?
And they come out of the water. So what I'm going to do now, just before we go for our break, I'm just going to add them to the turn list. Oh, yes, they don't.
Does that mean I have to throw my spear at Bartleby so he can do blade sharpen it?
Yeah, please do that. Just play. Right. So their thing is going to be this. Oh, no, not that. That's not their initiative. Sorry. This is their initiative. So these are going on 12. Impies are on 12. Merrick, is your initiative bonus higher than 4?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And
I got a minimum initiative roll.
Nice. And these have their initiative. Oh, nice. Are going on 20. Okay, and at that point, we're going to take our break. Okay, so we will be back at 10:02. So go away, grab something to eat. You really do not want to miss this second half of this battle. Things are just getting interesting. And if you would like to read any more about our RPG sessions, then I've linked my Ko-fi site there and the Mythras world that we adventure in, so you can go and check that out as well. We'll be back at 10:02. Until then, stay safe. Go and grab something to eat and drink, because you definitely do not want to miss this next battle. See you real soon. And... Ooh. Oh. Right. Can somebody just talk?
Epilogue.
No,
Muted.
I think
Thank
you've
you.
left us all speechless.
There's only
I'm
two
so
people have moved.
important.
Captain and Pickles have swapped places.
All right, we'll play each other then.
Classic us.
So your cat was just so funny, Mr. Pickles. It's just there licking away. But I'm
Yeah,
glad
just came over and stared into the camera and then, yeah, flopped on its side.
I'm so glad we didn't get the butt shot later on.
Oh, that would have been, yeah. No, no.
I was eating
What would
toast.
Yes,
that have
that
been?
daddy likes it.
Okay, so we've got a really interesting battle going on, and there is, would you believe, one more thing that I need to tell you. After the woof of the person in the middle, you suddenly feel very, very slight vibrations. And you notice that some of the really small little bits of pebble from the ceiling every now and again then seem to like fall down and plop into the water. Right, I am going to remove this figure and put this figure on. Okay, that's what he looks like.
Suddenly he looks like more of a problem.
I made a boo-boo.
Right, we're going to start off on 20s with my tribal savages that are in the water, and they will move. There's
These guys.
6 meters for their turn and come up to there. So that's them done. Cyrus, you can continue casting your spell if you wish. That's not going to be a problem. Is that what you would like to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
that'd take you down to, you just need one more turn. Tarek, you are up at the top conferring with your guardian spirit. So you only literally get very short sentences because this is still only 5 seconds that we're going through at the moment. So is there anything that you would like to do on your turn, Tarek? Or do you want to ask another question?
No, my question was already asked of,
Okay.
or I guess I said either help with the tablets or protect me while I translate.
Okay. So he can protect you. That's not a problem. Is there
Derek trying to get to know everyone decided just gotta, what's your horoscope?
Well, is there, so that would be your spirit's action. Is there anything that you would like to do on 17?
I'd like to keep reading, see if I can decipher. So I guess I'll make my own
Make
literacy
your own
roll.
literacy roll. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, then. So you continue to read. It seems to be the story of the hunt. And you read about great celebrations that have been really fun. But you just get to a point of something that virtually say, but it was spoilt, it was ended, something happened. And that's where you get up to. Hazrat.
Is this thing within my long reach?
No, you need to be next to a square, but then it will be in long reach. So if it tries to attack you and it's at long reach, what's your reach of your weapon?
It's short spear. Where are we? It is long. I'm sure of it.
I think it is.
Yeah, reach long.
Yeah. So basically, what will happen is that you will attack it at long reach. So when it tries to attack you, it can only attack your weapon, unless it takes an action to close range, and in which case then it can attack you, but you can only attack with the shaft of your weapon. So it'd be 1d3 instead of your normal damage, and that won't be affected by. Do you have blade sharp on? No, you don't.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
So you can attack it from where you are at the moment. That's not a problem.
In which case, I shall see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, you jab at this spirit, and it's literally coming to some kind of spirit form that you whack your spear, and it looks like it's a good hit, but it literally just goes straight through this creature. And Bartleby, I've just noticed why my thing's not on the thing, isn't it? On the
Which thing are you referencing?
my shaman is not. Was he on the
He was on 19, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's
I
not.
think when you changed his image, he got knocked off.
Right. Okay, then that's not a problem.
It's okay. He can be knocked down. We all accept it.
I don't mind.
He'll just get up again.
I'll just let me just take my action. Hazra, I don't mind going after you because he's actually going to close the range. I'll bring you up on top. Would you prefer to be on top or underneath?
Very personal question.
I'll put you
On
like that.
top.
You're on top.
Yeah.
So that's its action to close range on you. Oh, Bartleby.
I've got an odd question for you.
And we're only taking even questions this round.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. No. So would Bartleby have any reason to believe that these imps or these funny looking fellows in front of me are magically created?
Well, we've seen them before, right? These are the ones from the farm.
At least similar.
What I will say to you, Bartleby, is that your witch sight will still be up, and they're not they're not illusions or anything like that. They look genuine and real, if that's what you were.
Not quite what I was asking, but good to know. I'm more curious if it's like a zombie that has just been like
It's not undead. They seem
it's
to
not
be
like
more
magically fueled.
No, they tend to, from what you've seen before, they actually eat humans and gnaw bones, flesh off bones. A bit like the skeletons that you saw scattered around the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, that does answer my question. So if I tried to dismiss magic on them, that would be a little bit foolish.
Correct. Yeah.
And same with the imps, I'm assuming. Is they're
Yeah.
natural monsters?
Yeah. They're
Oh,
monsters
darn.
rather than you can do you you can dismiss magic on Merrick if you want.
No, I'm not
Or
gonna.
don't would be even better.
I think I can see the imps over there, right?
Yes, yeah. If you can see them on the map, you can see them.
Okay. I'd like to send a shock spell over to try and help out Cyrus.
Nice. Okay, then. So
and
the
here-
closest one is about 12 meters from you.
I believe let's see. I believe
It's
I should have range here.
It's normally your power in meters.
My power is a 14.
Is it a folk magic spell?
Correct.
spells that are ranged cast up to the character's. Oh no, the character's folk magic score in meters.
Well, that's a 98, so I think he's.
You can just hit somebody
Well
on the
within
opposite
range.
side of the planet. Is this?
You know. Here's a look.
Oh, now, okay then. So people might be saying, hang on a minute, his skill is a 98 and a 96 is missed. That's because anything 96 or higher automatically misses. So that is a miss. It doesn't, your
I
spell
would
doesn't
like
come up.
To use a point of luck.
Yeah.
It's not a fumble.
No, correct. It's not a fumble. It would
So
be.
I'll take a 69 to help Cyrus.
You take a 69. And which one would you like to hit? Do you have a preference?
Ideally, I want to hit one that's about to swoop down, so that it might just fall into the water if I get a wing or something.
Yeah. Let's do that. So as they're sort of like coming down, what do? Do you point? Is this a pointy spell that you sort of like do, or?
Yeah, I'll probably point with my staff, and then the shock loudly occurs, probably arcing around one of these savage creatures, maybe alarming them. Who knows? I don't think they get alarmed. But then it just snaps into one of them.
Do I get a resistance roll or not?
Yeah, you do. Evade.
Evade. 99 fails. So as it's sort of like flying down, it sort of like gets stunned. How is it 1d3 turns?
Yes, but it's stunned in the. It's not how you do it. It's stunned in the 7 for.
So that's actually going to be one of its wings. So it's sort of like, as it's almost like coming down to you, Cyrus, you're busy casting your spell. All of a sudden, there's this huge crash of thunder. You notice one of these sort of like gets caught in the wing, and it sort of like tipple tails and splashes into the water. Merrick.
Wow.
You can take one step. You can move that little bit of that meter and attack if you wish.
Yeah. So I think it is going to be a step forward, and I will attack this one on the left from where I'm looking at it.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to be doing this at long range, since I've got a long reach weapon.
At long reach.
Keeping them at long reach, if at all possible.
Nice. I'm just going to give them both a number so I know which ones. So this is Ghoul 1. That will hit. As you do your first hit, this creature is not going to try to do anything because it's trusting in its I cannot be harmed.
Yeah.
So it does, and they're coming toward you, running, and you step forward and slice out at it. So I need special hit location and damage, please.
I think I may just go with choose hit location if I've got special and just
choose location. Yeah. Choose location head. That would be perfect.
For apparently 10 damage.
Ouch.
Nice.
That's a good start.
Is that your max damage? It must be close.
Not with blade sharp. No, that would be my max damage without. My max damage with blade sharp, I believe, is 12.
Yeah, 12. So it is close. So this is going to its head. So it takes off some points for its armor. And then that leaves it with so it'll take just 2 points there, which will take that down to 6, I think. No, I'm joking. It's all right. I am going to just roll So that's quite nicely whacked into this beast. He's got an actual major wound in there. So whereabouts did you hit it? In its head?
In the head, yeah.
Yeah. So it actually has a endurance roll to start off with.
Look at
Is
this,
this
it's
in-
got a second head.
Oh wow.
So hang on, that he's
Ooh.
not actually winded.
No,
But
he's not, is he?
no, but so he is knocked out. But he is at this point, he's knocked out and he's starting to lose blood. So really and truly, he's probably out of it at this point in time. And now, Merrick, that you done yet? That's
yeah, that's going to be me done.
that's nice. And I am going to do some. I've got 3 attacks on you, Cyrus. What would you like to do? Would you like to just take the attacks or what? Or try to evade if I hit?
Sorry, one more time. Got a text from my
So
dog.
that's all right. 3 of them are going to hit you. If they hit, you have the option to either parry them or evade them, or you can just let them hit you. It's completely up to you. Okay, their skill, by the way, is 37.
You say 87?
37.
Okay.
Right, I've got 1 hit. One of them's hit. Let me just do the next one. Only one of them hit. What would you like to do?
If I'm going to let it hit because I'm going to try to focus on maintaining my cast.
Nice. Yeah. So it will hit you in your 1, which is one of your legs. And he sort of like comes in for attack on your leg, and it sort of like tries to sink its teeth into your leg, but the magic armor just stops it. But you suddenly notice that this imp is now gripped onto your leg. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's actually attached.
Is that like an impale? So he's going to be 1 level higher.
And if for his spell casting, if I grip an arm, yes, because you must have arms free or head. But at the moment, it will impact any movement skills. So things like going acrobatics, or anything like that would be 1 step higher. Okay, and that is that done, and we're coming back up to the top for anybody who's got 3 actions, and I do, which is very rare, isn't it? It's very rare. So
I don't, because I used mine to evade, didn't I?
yes. Merrick, this other one that is up, swipe out its claws at you, but misses you as it swings past. Where's my god gone? Sorry, where's my big spirit gone? There he is. The spirit reaches out to touch you, Medivac.
Medivac's not there, but Hazra is.
Hazra, yeah. It sort of like reaches through, and you notice that it's almost like going through your armor and everything towards your body. But you notice that as it actually does damage to you, your damage resistance, which is magical, stops the damage as long as it's less than 8.
That is right.
It does 3 points, but it doesn't come through your damage resist. Cyrus.
Yeah.
Do you have? No, you won't have any more, won't you? Because you took.
But your spell
No.
comes off, doesn't it?
No, he
Yeah.
hasn't got. He hasn't got an action point for this turn because he acrobatic the same time as you did.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I
At
thought
the
looking
beginning.
cool was more important than saving everyone's life.
It was, no doubt.
That's style.
Tarek, do you have an action point left?
No.
Hazard doesn't. Bartleby doesn't because you already have 2, I think. And but Merrick,
I do, because I didn't have to defend. It missed me.
yeah, it missed you.
So I will take the opportunity to try and hit the other one.
Ooh,
Oh, look at that.
Style
Very
and
nice.
panache. There we go.
Okay, so I've already used up my last action point to try to hit you. So I have no action points left. So you will do 2 specials. So I need to know what your
Nice.
2 specials are. So either one or both of them can be crit. So you could do something like choose location and then max damage, which is your
Yeah.
crit.
That's sounding awfully tempting.
Yeah. Okay then. So
So that would be
12
12 points to the head if I don't go with that.
yeah. Do you have any bonuses, or is it just 2d6s?
It is just 2d6. Yeah, I don't have a damage bonus. It's just the weapon.
So I'll just check it before I explain.
So multiple dice.
Say again, sorry.
Yeah. Because isn't it only 1 die becomes max damage?
That's what I think it is.
Is it? So I'm rolling a d6 for
Yeah,
the
that's
rest of
right.
it then.
Yeah. Yes.
Not as useful as it might
so
be.
you'll do 1d6 plus 6.
Plus
That's
6.
what.
Yeah. So
It's still a hell of a lot of
more
damage.
Useful, I wonder. Yeah, but if I roll a 1 on that remaining die, it's just going to feel a bit wasted. So I'm
You
wondering.
can do bypass armor instead of choose location. So no matter where you hit, at least your max damage will go its furthest.
Yeah, this is true. Bypass armor might, depending on how the dice come out, be better.
Now you never know.
But choose location would mean you have a pretty good chance of taking this guy out as well, which our
But yeah, I
comrades
mean,
need help.
since I've got 2, I'm definitely going with choose location for the head again. Partly just because I can see this move in my mind's eye, because with the longsword, the first strike was very clearly a horizontal across to the head, and then it sort of helicopters to come back round for second one. So
nice, yeah,
makes sense that would be a
go
headshot
with
against this guy as well.
Yeah. Max damage headshot.
Yeah, it's between max damage and bypass armor. I don't know how much armor.
Unless you're put on the back foot and do oh god, what's the chip and
you can I know which you're trying to
press advantage.
It's not pinned down. Press advantage.
Press advantage.
Yeah, because if I didn't have a crit, I think press advantage might be tempting. But oh, the hell with it. I'll go with my initial, my first instinct. I am going to go for the max damage.
Okay.
And the headshot.
On the head.
So that means it's
the
d6 plus 6.
Yeah.
Let's just roll a d6. Maximum damage, 12 points.
There you go. 12 points on him. So I need to roll my endurance again.
What? Your head's off, man.
No, it knocks him unconscious. If he fails the endurance, then he decapacitate.
Incapacitate.
No, decapitates.
Decapitates. Yes.
Yeah. So they're both out of it, Merrick. You've got nothing to worry there, and that's that's the end of that round, and we're coming up to the top of the round for round 2. First
Electric
turns.
Boogaloo.
Those 2 are out of it. So we go on to this person here, and it sort of like tried to reach out and touch you, Hazra, and failed to altogether. And it sort of like met the magic, and it's sort of like now thinking, oh, he's somehow protected, and almost at tremendous speed, almost like blinking and teleporting, he moves over to another target to see whether or not he can actually damage this person. So I don't have to do anything for movement. I can just do it straight off. And he reaches out to try to touch you, Cyrus, and he sort of like comes up, and just at the last moment, just as it's about to go in, it goes, your damage resist kicks in, and the 4 points of damage is resisted. And Cyrus, we come to you.
With some explodiness, some fiery.
Yeah, so we're down. So you need to make your invocation roll to start off with.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so you'll lose your you'll lose. What were you doing? 2 spells with magnitude or something. You'll lose your however many points we said you were going to lose.
Okay.
So you'll lose those points. What was it? It was 1 for range, magnitude.
I think it was 3 points altogether.
Yeah, that's right. 3 points. So you'll lose your 3 points. You must be very close to empty. Oh, yes.
Not doing good, guys. Taking a nap after this.
So first things first. You need to do. Let's do your rack spell first. Okay, because that needs a hit location, doesn't it? And then some damage.
I'll do hit location. Minus.
That is well, because I'm a spirit, it just all goes in one. My spirit just defends everything with its willpower because it doesn't have anything else. So what was your roll? 65. My resistance is 38. So I don't shrug off your spell. So you need to, I think it's 1d8, is it not?
Yeah, let me do it right quick. 7's not bad.
7 points. 50. Okay, and yeah, and now your smother spell go off at the same time.
How you want to do that?
I think I make a resist roll again, and then it starts affecting me the next round. I think that is from the top of my head. Do you know what the resist roll is?
Actually, I don't know this probably. Resist is endurance.
Well, it won't actually matter for me. It fails that roll, and you're doing what?
It fails the roll, but it does travel through time.
Yeah, it does. That's a nice thing, and it's got something up its sleeve yet. Mother. Oh, this is the asphyxiation one, isn't it?
That's right.
3 times it fails to resist or suffocate, meaning suffering damage from the start of the next round.
Can you suffocate a spirit?
What do you think?
I would guess no.
Tarek, we're up.
I'll
Your guardian
make
spirit is protecting you.
Yeah, I'll make a literacy roll, see if I can gain any kind of information that will be helpful.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, it seems that something actually interrupted this great hunt that was going and started to do really nasty things to a lot of the followers and things like that. And the spirit gods were forced to take action against this other spirit god. Hazra, you're on 15.
I'm muted and I'm going to be legging it from where I am. I'm heading towards my savior, Mr. Bartleby.
Right. Okay then. So are you
I'm
running top speed? So
yeah.
what
4, 5, 6.
yeah. Hang on a
7,
minute. Hang on. You might want to take a different route, because if you go across deep water, it's 2 for the price of 1.
Oh,
It'll take you 2 meters to walk 1 meter because you're wading through the water.
true. Come down there. 1, 2. I don't want to go through. If I go through his turn,
He's a
no.
spirit. You can probably walk straight through him. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll run through him like Rent a Ghost.
Yeah.
I've lost where I was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I always
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And as I get to my end of my run, it is 12, isn't it? It's double. It's 18.
It's double, and you'll take your first lot on your first turn and your second lot on your next turn.
Yeah, and I'll shout to Bartleby. Bartleby, I need Emriel's blessing.
Okay, and Bartleby, we're up.
Well, since he's still a distance away,
Yeah.
presume based on what you just said, I'm going to go with my original plan to put my hand on Merrick's shoulder if he doesn't stab me. Okay, I'm glad you laughed
So
at
funny that way. It starts with shoulder.
I'd like to try and inspire him by praying to my goddess to give him strength to go over and slay this demon spirit.
Nice. Oh, you're giving him might.
Yeah, maybe use an impale if you love my goddess. Oops.
Now, will the spell resistance get in the way there?
No, it's only done on opponent spells coming into you.
Good. That's nice
and
to
my
know.
intensity is pretty strong, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. On your folk magic, it'll be.
Oh yeah, not on my folk magic.
Yeah, it's your miracles that your magnitude, I think, is 11. Your intensity is like 11.
Yeah.
I think.
If I need to dismiss magic, and if you had said these ghouls were magical,
I know.
I think I might have been able to do something.
Okay, that's Bartleby done. Merrick, you're up.
Okay. Well, all the action seems to be taking place over there. So, I did measure where the 6 meters was. So it's about there. So, yeah, there. I think that was where I measured it to.
Okay, so you're just taking your action to walk to there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, over here now with the impies. They've got there's one of them's attached to your leg, Cyrus, and the other 2 are going to try to attach. You can decide whether or not you want to resist or not if they hit. 79 misses, 37 is there to hit, 88 misses. And that's it for turn 1. Almost. So if you remember last turn, I said there were little stones falling from the ceiling. Now these have started to get a little bigger. Okay, and this is what I would like you to do. The only person who doesn't need to do this is probably Terek at the moment. But everybody else, what I would like you to do is nominate yourself at this moment in time a number on a D20. Okay. When I ask you for your number, you'll say that number and you'll roll a D20. If the number comes up, there's a chunk of rock that's going to hit you. Okay.
Oh,
you then can, if you wish, use an action point to evade it, or you can just let it hit you. They're not big enough to plant you into the ground, if that makes sense. But
Yet.
so yet.
Yeah.
So Bartleby, what would be your number?
I'm gonna go with number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
And now I roll D20.
D20, please. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, one
we
comes
like
down
it.
just by you. It just goes splash straight down. Hazrat.
13.
13. Unlucky for some.
Oh!
you're
Almost for me.
running and it's coming down, and Bartleby sort of like sees that you're going to coincide with it, but you just get past it as it comes
You're running
down.
theme here.
Merrick.
I'm going to be optimistic and say lucky number 7.
7.
Roll a 6.
Oh, 16.
Well, I did get a 6.
Or an 8.
There was a 6 in
You're
there.
sort of like plops in over here somewhere.
Way out.
And Cyrus. What's your number,
I'm
Cyrus?
gonna go,
Just
I
say
like
20.
the sounds right between, so I'm gonna go for 6.
6. Go for it.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
No,
You got me.
that's
Yeah,
absolutely
if she
fine.
hits Hazler, yeah.
To be fair, I've got 3 imps in, so I have to do it for them as well. So my number is always going to be 7 for them, and the spirit as well. So these are for the imps. Remember, it's 7. I'm fine. 7 for the spirit as well. Fine.
Oh,
Very, very, very close, but he's absolutely fine. I've just removed the turn order, which is not helpful. Okay, and so we're combat turn 2 now. So everybody's just got their second actions because nobody's done anything in addition. Tribal savages are out at the moment. Okay, so this beast, this swamp shamany spirity guy has had no luck with you, Cyrus. So it's coming to the next person up, which would be you, Merrick.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, does it it's to hit roll to try to hit you, and it actually gets a crit. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you wish to try to evade the roll?
I think I wish to try to evade the roll. Yes.
Use a hero point.
I mean,
yeah, you can. You've got 3 hero points, so you can use a hero point to automatically succeed.
Yes. Well, don't
well,
evade. Just
they're going to expire soon if we don't use them. So let's
Exactly.
get that out of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, hero point.
Okay, so which way do you want to dive?
I don't want to dive into the deep water, so I guess I'm going to go right. How far am I diving?
It's just to the next square. That,
I'm
but
gonna
you,
dive right under the falling rock. No.
and
Rock,
then
yeah.
then you will be prone
Prone.
in the water. So I actually would have done the same as you. I would have choose location, and I would have done, but I would have done bypass armor.
Bypass armor. Yeah.
And so it reaches out, and it would have moved past everything, and it would have done a total of 5 points. It didn't. It would have done 5 points in your. Oh no, I'd probably do it in your head. I would have done 5 points of damage in your head and bypassed the armor.
Would have been deeply unpleasant.
Yeah. So that's him done. Cyrus, what would you like to do?
Trying to think of, should I try to kind of help myself out really quick, or should I continue to fight against him? I'm just gonna continue to fight against him because I already have 7 points aimed at him. I don't want to have to re-roll that, so I'm just gonna maintain my rack on him.
Okay then. So do your damage.
Can I maintain the damage I had before, or no?
Yeah, you can keep the hit location, or you can change it. It's up to you.
I'll keep it where the.
He doesn't have
Yeah,
a
'cause
hit location, you know. So yeah.
But
So
I have to re-roll damage though.
you just need to re-roll the damage. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to re-roll the casting thing. Okay, 3 points. Thank you very much.
Any chance that asphyxiations happen or anything like that?
You're not to. Nothing seems to be happening at the moment. Tarek.
I'll keep reading.
Okay then. Roll your endurance, your literacy roll. Yeah, roll your endurance because it's getting very boring.
It's a very long board. Yeah.
Yeah. So you read a bit that there's was actually some kind of battle, and the gods, the spirit gods, ganged up on this person that cheated and was corrupting everything. Hazra, you finish you finish the end of your run and get to Bartleby, because that's your second turn of your run, so half and half, and then right in time for Bartleby's turn.
Planned.
I thought you were going to say the moment where I finally charge into combat,
Yeah.
completely ignoring
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you run off. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be a little buddy here. Give you a little bit of this and a little bit of.
You must be
Amriel.
getting low on magic points as well.
I am at 2 magic points, but weirdly enough, 7 out of 7 for my devotion.
Nice. Obviously, I need to challenge you a little bit more next time.
No, you need to cut my friends, or give them diseases, or drive them mentally insane, or
I can do that.
Cut out an eye.
I could do that. So you've now got
Thank you.
Blade Sharp on.
Bartleby already makes Cyrus insane, so it works out.
And I
Merrick.
can lay Cyrus to rest when he's dead.
Oh.
You can take a nap.
And then he can self-cremate.
Merrick, you are prone on the ground.
Yeah, so I'm really going to have to use my action point to get up.
You're going to use your action to get up. Nice. And I've got 2 little spirits down here. 88, what hit you? 98, what hit? What's my dice
Nice.
rolls like?
It's because Cyrus is like frightening them all.
Yeah. And this is no, sorry, it's still round 2, but we're coming up to the top of the turn for turn 3 for anybody who's still got actions to do. I will reach out and try to touch you, Merrick.
Reach out and touch me.
That was so. That was so close to another crit.
Yeah.
he'll reach out and touch you in your 7, wherever that is. He will try to do 5 points of damage on you, but your damage resist will resist that. And that's
Thank you, Silas.
Cyrus, do you have any actions left?
I do, and I'm going to again attack the spirit.
Okay, go for it.
A flame.
3 points of damage. Thank you very much. Tarek,
I don't have
you
any moves.
don't have more. Hazra, you do.
Once I see the glow of Amriel on my spear, I'm going to brace my foot back and throw my spear at the wee beastie.
Oh, Merrick.
No, not Merrick.
This guy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, then. So
Now,
it will.
can you measure it for me?
It will be hard, because you're firing into an existing combat. What was it?
It is 10 meters, isn't it, for sure?
Yeah, it's about 9 meters away.
Right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
Merrick, get ready to duck. Oh no!
Nice.
it goes streaming straight to the this spirit, and the spirit looks and sees it and grabs it and disappears.
Oh no! Damn harpy god!
That was his goal all along.
Yep.
It just wanted Hazra's spear.
Give me back my garden tools.
So yeah, you lob it at him. Can you see my measurement as I do them?
I can, yeah. So
Yeah.
I measured it to that, but I went past it to like 10.5. I was like, oh, is it me?
Yeah, no, I just
But it doesn't matter because I've got it to long range anyway.
That's cool. Let's just. I was looking more about line of sight. Will it hit Cyrus as it comes through the other side?
Yes.
I don't think
it'll hit the 2 imps, like it'd be like a imp kebab.
Yeah, it's going very close. Yeah.
Just
So that's
them right
hit.
through.
So let me know your damage.
Impale, it's going to be my thing. My damage is going to be there's no location, is there?
Correct.
So
And-
damage with blade sharp is going to be
Nice. Look, you got it all set up.
that
4.
So I'm really pushing the boundaries of damage.
Yeah. So
Damage.
if you were going to do, if impale would work against this creature, it would be 2. You would roll both 2 and take the highest one.
That's right. So do you want me to roll another one?
Yes, you can do.
5.
So it does damage the spirit as it passes through it, but it's got nothing to actually attach to. So it's the blade sharp that does the damage. So what do you add on to your blade sharp?
Right, I normally have 1d8 plus 1. It's now 1d10 plus 1, so 1d2.
Yeah. So that's the bit that does the damage. So you need to roll 1d2 for me, or we can just take the biggest one, 5. 1d10. What is it without blade sharp? 1d8.
1d8, yeah.
We'll just say 3 points of damage then.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 plus the 1. Yeah. Or you can roll it. It's up to you. You want to roll a 1d2 and add 1 to it, or do you just want to take 3? I'm hoping you're just going to say I'll go with 3.
Go with 3. Or do 1.
2. Well, 3 would have been the maximum damage you could have done to the
I'll do the 1 because I've rolled it.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries at all. Nice spear chuck. Balterby.
Do I get the imp behind it as well then?
What did you hit it with? There's actually a rule for that. So I'm going to actually use the rule rather than saying no. Firing into a crowd. This is what you're doing, isn't it? When firing a specific at the edge of a melee, the attacker suffers 1 great hard hit. If trying to fire, the dice of a marksman who passes his roll despite the difficulty penalty has aimed true. If, however, the marksman fails the roll but would have succeeded if not firing into a crowd, then it hits the person adjacent. So because you were successful in the roll, it's hit and nothing else. And Bartleby, time for you to do your cheering act.
Well, I don't have any actions on the 3rd turn, but I imagine Bartleby is just kind of stunned, staring like he just gave a blessing to your spirit, and then yep.
Yeah.
I know,
Thrown it
sorry.
away.
And chucked it. Merrick, do you have? You won't have any left, won't you? Because you.
Yeah, I'm all done.
All done, and I'm done there. So we're coming into combat round 3. Turn 1. However, there's something else we have to do before we start this round.
I need to hold my scimitar out for Bartleby.
Yeah. So we now are getting slightly bigger. Okay, then. So what you have to do now is choose 3 numbers on the D20 and roll it, if that makes sense. And if it hits, then you'll take action points, and I'll tell you what you do. You can actually evade from them. When I say pin weapon, I mean pin limb, if that makes sense. So it's a bit, that's this special that the rocks do. So starting with you, Bartleby, 3 numbers, please, on the D20.
I'll go with 5, 10, and 15.
5, 10, and 15.
4.
The one just splashes right next to the left of you. Right on the no. That's, you're fine. Hasra, 3 numbers.
1, 20, and 13.
1, 20, and 13. Go for it.
Bugger off. I never get it done.
Okay. Oh, Cyrus, don't be nasty. Okay.
Don't be nasty before you've rolled.
Yeah.
That's the first number you said.
You've got another roll to do yet. No.
I've done 2 rolls.
You done
2 more rolls. Yeah.
No, you done 1 roll. That's it. No, that's my fault. I got confused with Bartleby's. So once hit. So you have the choice to evade it as it comes down. Use an action point and evade it. It will mean that you're prone.
I'm going to trust in the protection that Cyrus gave me. If it's as good as Amriel, then we shall see.
Nice. Okay, then. So I need to roll where it's going to hit you.
I just had this image of Bartleby reaching out to cast Blade Sharp on your scimitar and getting a lock instead.
Yeah. So I actually roll a 1d10 plus 10. So it's going to hit the upper part of your body. It can't possibly.
So you need a 20.
Hit your head. 11.
It's my chest.
Okay, then. So it comes flying down into your chest.
Just miss my chin.
And it does. We're doing 1d8 at the moment. Next ones will be 1d10s, by the way. It does 6 points damage, which is taken by the
Cyrus.
The damage resist, but it whacks into you. Okay, and it's now pinned you with its rock. So you are now prone with this rock on you. It's not crushing you. but it
But
is
it's holding
on.
me down.
Yeah, and so you will need to put a brawn roll, an easy brawn roll to move it.
Whew.
Okay, Merrick, 3 numbers, please.
Yeah, okay, let's go with 7, 13, and 20.
7, 13, and 20.
So, first one. Clear on the first one.
Yeah. Good. Very nice.
Clear on the second one.
Ooh.
And clear on the third one.
You only
Nice.
need to roll it once.
Perfect.
So the first one you were clear on.
3
so
numbers and 1 roll. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My brain glitched on me there.
But you
Not
can
enough
keep
sleep today.
rolling,
One.
and you can
Not
keep
enough sleep
rolling if
today.
you want to. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
Cyrus, 3 numbers.
Come
6,
on, baby.
12, 18.
6, 12, and 18.
You know you're going to get it.
Oh, no. Okay.
Get you out of 1.
I've got to do my 3 imps. Okay. They're going to have 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Just to make life easier. Here's the first
I
one.
survived. I survived.
Here's the second one. Here's last. Yep, they miss everything. 7, 8, and 9 for my shaman, but it won't. Yeah, so 1 actually drops Merrick right on this head of this spirit shaman, and it just passes completely through it and splashes on the ground. Right. We are going up to this one now. This guy has tried to get you already, okay, but it got really close. It can feel the warmth of your heart as it tried to hit you. And so it feels that it's very close to. I was going to say something, but I've stopped because I was going to say it's very close to penetrating you. But then I thought I won't, because somebody will laugh.
I'm glad you didn't say that.
Giggity.
Right, it does hit. It does hit. And it will do 6 points of damage, but it's fine. Your damage resist.
Yeah, I'm going to rely on the damage resist there.
Okay, Cyrus.
Cyrus is going to continue on with his blast from behind. Hopefully that he himself can penetrate the armor.
From behind.
From behind. Let's do it.
It's raining outside.
Yeah!
Lovely. Nice amount of damage. Tarek.
Max damage. Nice.
I'm going to command my spirit to attack the shaman.
Your guardian spirit.
Yes. I think I've come up with as much information as I can, and it's not helping.
Okay.
So I'm going to switch to attack mode and send my guardian spirit after the shaman.
Nice. So it will appear next to it. Do you have its combat details?
Yeah, let me pull up its initiatives.
I'm just trying to.
It doesn't have an attack though on the sheet.
Let me have a look. It's its willpower. You can see up at the top, it says spirit combat skill willpower 22.
Its willpower is 82 on my sheet.
Hang on, which one are I must have 2 guardian spirits. Oh, hang on, let me look at it. You mean on your
on my character sheet?
Okay.
It's spectral combat 79 and willpower 82.
So yes, so it will use its so it uses spectral combat at 79. That'll be its to hit when it gets to its oh woof. What did you get for its
initiative? Was 16.
16. Okay. Let's add you to the turn with 16. Okay. Hazra.
Hazra's BRB right now.
All right. Bartleby.
I'm seeing my comrades getting harmed perhaps by this, or at least being pinned. I have less faith in man's magic, so I'm going to finally panic and give myself a little shield protection.
Nice.
Boost up my defense. Thank you, Amaryl.
Nice. Okay. Merrick.
Well, gonna have to see whether my sword does any good against this thing.
Nice.
It might. It might.
Nice.
I'm just trying to think whether there's any specials that will be of any use against this.
Slay Spirit, I think, is a critical.
That does sound useful.
Automatically kills any spirit that you're fighting.
I have absolutely no idea.
You
I
did
mean,
blade
imagine
sharp
if this
earlier,
is
right?
like you're just getting your blade sharp of damage. If this is the same as
Yeah.
the spear that you just
Let's do
go
max
through.
damage.
Yeah,
Hazard's
max
back.
damage seems like about
And
the
choose
only thing
location,
that
but
it's only got one hit location, so that's
True.
not really not doing anything.
Bypass armor match.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's got any armor,
That's-
but just in case, I suppose.
Yep. So what you're doing? Bypass armor and
And max damage.
max damage. So 1d6 plus 6.
You can do it.
So,
You got 6 last time, get a 5.
I got
Okay.
1 this time. Obviously, it's got to balance
Oh.
the 6.
Thank you. Brilliant. Okay, then. And we're coming back round to turn. Oh, hang on. I missed out my little, whatchamacallit, my
Thingamabobs.
impies.
Hazra is still pinned.
Oh, Hazra, what would you like to do? Because we
I am going to roll this boulder off my belly.
okay, easy brawn check, please.
While holding up my scimitar to Bartleby going, I'm real. No.
Nice.
Yeah, so you roll it off. So your next turn you can get up. And I'm just seeing whether or not these 3 hit you where you are. 37, that's misses. Oh, 2 83s and a 12. I hit. Yes.
Well, hey, actually, I'm going to use a luck point to have you re-roll the last one.
Yeah, by all means.
Rude. Inwolf doesn't get to have any fun.
That misses. That misses. Okay, we're now. What are we now? Combat round 2, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got no tribal savages. You suddenly notice, Merrick, that as this other spirit comes towards this spirit, they both become almost like translucent and seem to fade away as they start to battle each other. They're battling each other, but now they're actually on the spirit plane.
Spirit plane. Yeah, that
Spirit
makes
plane.
sense. Merrick has no idea that's what's happening, but it makes sense.
Okay, then.
Yeah, but now you won't be able to hit it.
So this is against your spirit. This is your guardian spirit getting hit now. So I miss with my to hit roll. So that's fine. That's that done. Cyrus, your spells cancel because there's literally nothing there now for it to attack.
Could I move this my spell to attack
I was
another?
about to ask the
thing?
same thing. Yeah. It's like move location. isn't it?
Your rack spell you can, but not your
Yeah.
smother spell.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Where would you like to put
Um,
it? On one of the imps?
Yeah, I'm gonna start toasting some baddies.
I want
X-
two people to have rack, and then we said, don't cross streams.
Yeah. So yeah, you need to roll your hit location and your damage.
Shucks.
6, yeah. And I need some damage. 4, which one?
We're gonna go with Bam. This guy right here.
Yeah. So that
That's his
one,
name, Bam.
this one here. Why can I not select that token?
Is part of the
Is it a
spirit
duplicate
realm.
of the other one?
I really don't care. Honestly, I maybe probably be better if I shot the one on my leg, but I don't know if that would hurt me.
No, you could take the one out of your leg. That would be, you can still do
Yeah,
that.
okay. Yeah, all right, I'll do
Okay.
that then. So,
Brilliant. So Guardian Spirit time.
And I roll spectral combat, right?
Yeah, Spectral Combat.
sexy. Ooh, yeah.
You hit, so but I can resist with my my willpower because we don't use 2 lots of
You
spectral.
guys notice that you guys have the same percentage on
Spectral combat, yeah.
Spectral Combat? You guys notice that?
Who did?
We
Both
both
you.
have the same spectral power.
Yes, yeah, we do.
Exact same percentage.
So I resist your attack.
Is it
so,
opposed?
No.
No,
No.
it's differentiated, just like normal combat, but it means one doesn't affect, because what you need to get is the specials, because then you can do things like possess and psychic stun and things like that.
Ooh.
Terric, what would you like to do?
I would like
Done.
yeah, I guess I'll send a shock myself out towards one of the imps that's
Yeah.
attacking Cyrus.
Yeah, by all means, roll your folk magic. It's in range, it should be, because your folk magic in meters.
Yeah, it's 83 meters.
Yes, so I need a hit location and a hit location and then number of rounds that it is stunned for. Let me just do. Yeah, nicely on his
That's a
head.
nice headshot. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a 1D. Thank you. So we'll take that one out and that one out. I have seen the time and we'll finish off this round. Hazra.
I'm getting up. With my
I'm getting
scimitar
up.
in the air.
Yeah. Bartleby.
Ask and ye shall receive. On your scimitar.
Oh. Magical scimitar now.
I shall smile at Bartleby and say,
Please
thank you,
don't
my
throw
friend.
it. Just don't throw
And then
it.
I'm going to throw the
Don't-
scimitar.
Yeah. Let me just take your
They're going to hold up a knife next turn.
Merrick, what would you like to do?
I don't feel like there's much I can do to this spirit, so I'm just thinking
No,
about going.
these
yeah,
two
but-
are now in spirit
Yeah.
combat on the spirit plane.
So I'm thinking that if I just move down and try and clear these imps out.
Okay.
I take it that
yeah.
one is still there, but
Yeah, do a to hit roll on him. That's nice. Do some damage. Just do your damage because that would be enough to take them
that'll be
out.
7 points.
Yep, nice. That'll take that one out. Okay, it's 10 o'clock, so we're going to leave it there for today. Because in the next round, the rocks get bigger. And we've got spirit combat happening on the spirit plane as well, which generally means the rest of you now are out of that combat, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all happening on the spirit plane, so you can't actually engage with it at all. So it might be a good time next time to start a retreat, but at the beginning of we've got one turn here that people can use for their movement. Okay, and so let's do that. You've got Merrick and Cyrus. You will have some a movement turn left, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you move your walking speed towards where you would like to go.
Oops, if I swap back to the
It does,
actual,
yeah.
I want to move. Tool.
No.
Sort of like
Tell me
just
where to go.
you can go just next to the spirit here. That's where you'll be.
All right.
Okay, so that's combat round 3 done. So when we come back, we'll do big boulders next. Okay, so you will actually be asked for 5 numbers in a D20. Okay, and they actually do 1d10 worth of damage. So be warned.
So if it does more than, if it does like 9, is that 9 getting past the shield and do 9 damage to us?
No.
Or does 9 come off Cyrus's protection?
So
1 getting through.
1 come through.
Right, that's fine. Yeah.
So you're always taking 8 off all the time.
So it's not a case it breaks his spell and then you get a full whack.
Right. Because his spell doesn't require concentration. So until you leave this room, your spell will be, this will still be the same scene. So it's when you actually leave that will be. And then we'll carry on with the spirits in battle on the spirit plane as well. Now, I think, Captain, we can't play next week because you're camping on a boat.
Yeah, or camping, and then we'll also be on the boat.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Pretty sure remaking that video. Yeah.
Awesome.
You know,
that'd be awesome.
I was just wondering what the damage would have been like without the damage resist spell.
We'll be all dead if it wasn't for Cyrus.
We will never know because Cyrus is the
definitely man of the match on this one.
Definitely. If Amriel had stepped in, there's only one person that could beat Cyrus. If Amriel's damage
is a god, yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a god.
Mr. Pickles, is there anything that you would like to say before we sign off tonight?
Still working on podcast stuff, and I took that personally. We hit a setback, so we're not going to be doing a Wonk episode, but the next one will be even more insane when we get to it. And I took that personally, Apple and Spotify podcasts.
And what will be the new movie?
We're picking a very weird foreign film called Hotel Poseidon.
Oh my god, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, you probably never heard of that. And it is a bizarre movie that we're going to try and make sense of.
Very nice. Very nice. Fish Not Fish.
I'm hoping to do another Map and Monday stream.
Nice.
Last time I said that I wasn't going to say that because then it might actually happen. And that worked. I did a stream. And then last week I didn't do a stream because I'm suffering horribly from insomnia and I was asleep when I was supposed to be streaming. But
always good to get your sleep.
Yeah,
I do that
hopefully
naturally.
tomorrow about midnight UK time, I will be doing another mapping stream on my channel.
Fantastic. Medivac, the healing Hoover.
Why, thank you. I have
I
Baldur's Gate
used
3.
all your name.
You
to-
did. And it just fit in.
Yeah.
There we go. Hopefully Sunday night we'll be finishing off Baldur's Gate 3, complete the whole story. We would have completed it last week, but we made the wrong choice. We have to go do it again now. Monday night we shall be playing with guest star Brad Pitt. Yeah, because we're doing Mythras Imperative, Knights Black Agents, and our boss, who has hired us, who we just found out this Monday, is Louis, what's his face from Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, right.
Yes, it's a really good premise.
Nice.
What to do. Vampires are real, and what got me was we said, my master has only come out once before to do an interview. And it's like, interview with a goddamn vampire. I know this guy. So yeah, that's really good. So we're trying to find his brother Vladimir, aka Dracula, and stop him from doing unknown things in England. Although it's all controlled by the government as well, so it's very dark, black ops things. Very good.
Certainly, it sounds it. Very nice.
Knights Black Agent is a great premise. It's designed as a toolkit so that you get.
Oh god, yeah,
it's an espionage and vampires, but it's not just a setting. It's designed for you to build your own world with it. So it's
we
really,
set it in
cool.
2011, so we're using Google Maps to go around over it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And on Thursday, Pathfinder 2, Troubles in Atari, which was very good this week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Tarek, anything that you would like to say?
I don't have anything to report.
And Captain Kangaroo.
I have something. Actually, now that you bring it up, I'm live streaming a very important birthday. It's gonna be a surprise birthday party for kind of a head of state across the pond there. I got a note from here. It's gonna be it's from Hey VP, happy birthday from your new best friend forever / NBA MVP inventor of the cheeseburger, Kimmy John with the Big Don. Wink, wink. It's gonna be a big event. It's we're gonna have it at a big funny looking building. I can't tell you what building it's gonna be. It rhymes with the Gremlin, and it's gonna be lots of big explosions, a lot of sirens for excitement and celebration. So we'll see what happens. See if hopefully everyone just finds it lots of fun. Besides that, nothing too crazy though.
Excellent. Sounds absolutely wonderful. We won't be here next week because Captain Kangaroo's on a boat and camping, but hopefully we'll be back the week after.
Not hiding from the head of state, right?
Not hiding from the head of state. And but I will be streaming tomorrow about 11 o'clock when I get back from taking my mum for a walk and having a coffee with her. And then on the evening, I'll be on my YouTube channel doing some dungeon prep. So if you are a player, make sure you don't watch that, please. And
that. Okay.
And
I've watched them all so far. I've got no spoilers whatsoever.
No, nothing at all. So yeah, you can come along and watch me on Twitch or YouTube. And I put the links to all the Ko-fi site and the World Anvil site where all the details of our campaign are. So until next time, please look after yourself and stay safe. And it's goodbye from me, goodbye, and it's goodbye from them.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
All right, I've automatically